Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the Thomas & Mack Arena here at UNLV, and we have determined the 7 champions here. We have a super fight, and we have another champion determined. That will be the absolute tournament. I have the brackets in front of me. It's going to be amazing. We'll be getting those started very soon. So it's a 16-person bracket. The people who are in the bracket: Nicky Rod, Andy Varela, Yuri Simoes, Lachlan Giles.
If you take a look at the scoreboard on our video monitors,
Cyborg,
this
Elder
is your
Cruz,
absolute
Victor
bracket.
Hugo, Fabricio, Andrey, Felipe, Pena, Roberto, Jimenez, Pedro Mourinho, Ruotolo, Giancarlo, Bodoni, Haisam Rita, Nicholas Meregali, and Vinicius Tratoferheda. The finals were amazing. Can't hear myself. The other finals have been amazing so far. I expect more fireworks here for the absolute tournament. Been a great couple of days. And they're about to announce our first match of the evening. We'll be running 3 mats at once. And we'll be getting things started very shortly.
Coming to mat number 2, Yuri Simoes and Lachlan Giles. Stepping to mat number 3, Roberto, Cyborg, and Elder Cruz.
Okay, so we have our first 3 matches coming up. Mats 1, 2, and 3. Nicky Rod against Andy Varela. We have Yuri Simoes taking on Lachlan Giles. Giles had an amazing run in the absolute tournament in 2019. And then we have Cyborg, Roberto Abreu, taking on Elder Cruz. Looks like they're just about to get started. And we're going to start on mat 1 with Nicky Rod taking on Andy Varela. Both men coming from a wrestling background. Nicky Rod, of course, much larger. Should be an interesting one. Really curious to see how Lachlan Giles does against Yuri Simoes. Lachlan always a threat, no matter how big you are. We saw him take out some giants in Muhammad Ali. Also took out the over 99 kilogram champion from 2019, current under 99 kilogram champion, and Kainan Duarte. So he has played spoiler before. All right, we're going to toss down to our commentary team in mat number 1. Go ahead, boys.
Rocking the all-gray kit. Andy Varela. What'd you call that? Burnt orange? I don't know. Shirtless. And we're about to jump into this thing. Both are great wrestlers. Nicky Rod with the obvious size advantage out there. This should be pretty fun.
And, you know, both of them have great wrestling fundamentals. Andy Varela showcased that with some big takedowns over Roberto Jimenez in the opening round of the under 77 kilogram division. And of course, Nicky Rod, we don't need to speak about his wrestling credentials. Very effective, especially in the ADCC rule set. I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments Varela will make to mitigate the size advantage of Nicky Rod.
Certainly doesn't want to spend too much time exchanging collar ties, I imagine. Probably stock from the outside, but easier said than done, of course. A lot of feinting, though, I'm sure would be the preference of Varela instead of going strength for strength to someone like Nicky Rod.
Absolutely, and for those of you tuning in with us after the finals, we're back down to 10-minute matches in the qualifying rounds. That means 10 minutes of regulation, the first half of which there will be no points in effect, and if the score is tied at the end of the 10 minutes, we'll go into a 5-minute overtime, which is entirely possible when both of these two are equally as good at defending takedowns as they are at initiating them.
Yeah, maybe the idea for Varela is to counter as well. Hard to see right now, definitely a feeling out process here. This is Varela's first match of the day. Nicky Rod's already been through an ADCC final.
If I'm not mistaken, Chase, Andy Varela looks like he's chewing gum out there while he's competing.
It's very possible. I had a teammate that would chew a toothpick. Apparently it's an old boxing thing. I couldn't tell you, I haven't boxed.
Sounds incredibly dangerous to me, Chase.
Never heard Jeremy though. Shout out to Jeremy.
In the corner of Nick Rodriguez is Nicky Ryan. And also his brother, J-Rod. And you know, when you have two high-level wrestlers or two high-level jiu-jitsu athletes in their respective realms fighting each other, Chase, it really, you just see the patient approach that they both take. They're both really analyzing each other, pump faking, looking for small advantages in the tie-ups.
Certainly, as much as we can appreciate a measured approach, they have been warned by our referee here for a little bit too much passivity. And also maybe the anxiety weighing on knowing that this could very well be their last match of the tournament. Who wants to leave a stage like this? Of course, you want to end it on a high note there, and so they are definitely picking their punches here, we might say. Varela so far absorbing the strength of Nicky Rod quite well, I would say. You know, he hasn't necessarily risked too much, but he's not obviously been overpowered as of yet.
I agree, and it seems like in some of these tie-up exchanges, he's the one really ripping Nicky Rod's head down. Of course, we're a minute 35 seconds away from points coming into effect in this match, so we'll see if perhaps both of these two gentlemen are biding their time for the points to come into effect, and then we might see some real explosive takedown action. Remember, guys, we're back to 3 mats here at the ADCC World Championship, so you guys can follow along with the multi-mat technology, follow along with this absolute bracket at arena.flograppling.com. Oh, big jump from Andy Varela. You know, I was actually backstage just now before the Absolute Division started, Chase, and I saw Andy Varela warming up. That man has a vertical. He can jump very, very high.
Yeah, he's so athletic, right? You see it all the time in the clips he posts. He matches every bit of aggression that he has with some athletic ability going behind it there. Very dynamic grappler. And I think you were onto something there when we spoke about waiting for the points to kick in. I could see that becoming a crucial factor here. Just 5 seconds left until that takes place.
You know, Here at ADCC, the rule set is all about enforcing, promoting action, going forward, trying things. We see some heavier collar ties out of Nicky Rod now, a right and then a left. Andy Varela returning it over the top. Well, they're getting more physical out there, Chase.
The intensity has ratcheted up ever so slightly here.
Oh, and the first shot of the match goes from Andy Varela, met by a sprawl. And Nicky Rod taking the match to the ground and immediately into a body lock position.
What a beast, right? You can definitely see the power from Nicky Rod coming out of that one. Now entering into what's become a staple of his game, the body lock passing system he has here. One thing to watch is really the hip mobility of Nicky Rod. He can really articulate those quite well for a bigger athlete and show us some dynamic movement here despite being literally locked to the trunk of his opponent.
It's a really good point, Chase. He used that to great effect earlier in a really big upset victory versus Felipe Pena in the semifinal of the division of 99 kilos.
Wow, Varela looked confident and scrappy on the feet. I think this is going to be a very difficult situation for him to overcome.
Oh my goodness, and there, just what you were talking about, Chase, that hip mobility while maintaining the body lock.
That makes the score 5-0 for Nicky Rod here.
Really beautiful work. Andy Varela trying to get back to his side and get that bottom knee in, but he's still in that body lock. Body lock, something Nicky Rod has instructionals on as well, and he's really showcasing his knowledge in that area here at this tournament. And Andy Varela, a competitor known for his high-flying, dynamic style, but also a very knowledgeable leg locker. We'll see if he resorts to that, trying to create some openings in that area as this match comes to 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. He might have to pull out all the stops here to stay alive in this absolute bracket.
A little bit of a sly grin there on the face of Varela. He's having a good time despite being maybe down. Why not? Soak it in out there. This is one of a lifetime experience, or at least maybe just the first of many. Who knows? But in any case, Varela is in just a bit of trouble here. Nicky Rod going back to the well, back to the body lock passing, and looking like a lot to handle, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every single competitor here can hang their hat on. They were a part of the biggest jiu-jitsu event in history, and there's another pass for Nicky Rod. And having 10,000 people in attendance here, 10,000 plus people in attendance here at the Thomas and Mack Arena in Vegas for every one of these athletes. It's got to be an amazing, amazing feeling. And Nicky Rod putting on a passing clinic in the first round of the absolute. Now into mount, looking for the arm bar. 11-0, Chase. My goodness.
Nicky Rod just flowing through the positions now. 14-0 with 1:15 left on the clock. Looking to collect an arm here, Varela. Maybe thinking head and arm choke.
Yeah, Varela's been having to carry the weight of Nicky Rod this entire match. Now the arms are, you know, Nicky Rod is able to lift the arms of Andy Varela just a little bit easier now in the later stages of the match. It's got to be very tiring carrying the weight of a big, strong, athletic grappler like Nicky Rod.
Moving in overtime on match number 2.
Here we go. Andy Varela finding a little bit of space here with 35 seconds left.
The tenacity of Nicky Rod fighting for that body lock. He knows exactly where he wants to be on top. crushes the space. You can see Varela really taking a just defensive posture here, framing away where he can. More or less doomed to his fate at this point.
You know, it's been a tough road. He held his own on the feet. Andy Varela is such an exciting competitor. We're going to see him back very soon. He's always game. But today, in the first round of the Absolute Division, he met a very determined and very powerful Nick Rodriguez. 17-0 victory. And he'll move on to the next round of the Absolute.
Your winner on match number 1, 5 points, is Nicky Rod.
Let's check out some of the best moments from that match here between Nicky Rod and Andy Varela.
All right, we have a winner in Nicky Rodriguez, getting it done against Andy Varela. We're now going to move over to mat number 2, where Yuri Simoes is battling on top against Lachlan Giles.
And as Sean Williams said, I mean, you might as well take the negative against Yuri Simoes rather than getting taken down and possibly 4-point lead if Yuri can complete a full takedown or clean takedown right into side control.
Yeah, at least he's controlling where he is and not taken down into like a worse position. So
2 minutes, 47 seconds left. Lachlan again inverting. Just having such a tough time of stabilizing that pass as Yuri Simoes against Lachlan Giles.
yeah, and once he gets through, he's got to flatten the lower back. Flatten the lower back. Or, like I said, you can use a staple, a cross staple of the leg. And that also protects him, you know, from you're not going to get leg locked. Your leg is on the inside. Then you walk back and keep their hips off the ground. Then all stacking, almost into the leg drag.
Minute and a half left. Lachlan Giles, although defending the passes of Yuri, just really unable to get any sort of catch or any sort of bite on anything anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, a bit of a difference from his 2019 performance where he was submitting giants. They were all here on the sidelines with their knees iced, sitting next to each other.
He's gonna have to try something a little bit different. I mean, he doesn't have to, but shin to shin, cross, like a little cross knee pick into shin to shin. Something a little different, because, like you had said, the element of surprise is long gone.
Yeah.
So.
Yuri now 20 seconds left. Kai Otera and Mason Fowler coaching in the corner, telling him what to do. And it's going to be that -1 for Lachlan that costed him the match. And Yuri Simoes will advance in the men's absolute division of the 2022 ADCC World Championship. Just a different year, you know. As we said, the element of surprise just no longer a factor here, but props to Lachlan Giles for stepping up and entering, but congratulations to Yuri Simoes for a win. He advances into the absolute division. Yuri will be facing the winner of Nick Rodriguez, Andy Varela next.
Okay, we're going to switch over to mat 1. Fabricio Andrey taking on Victor Hugo. If you ever wanted to see what it's like to swat a fly, let's check it out. Fabricio Andrey on bottom.
Coming back number 2, Felipe, Pena, and Roberto, Jimenez.
Here we go, resetting the action back in the middle. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left. Smashing into the guard of Fabricio Andrey is Victor Hugo. And look at the guard of Fabricio Andrey, spinning underneath, inverting best he can. Victor Hugo continuing to go forward. Fabricio Andrey trying to spin underneath.
Had a quick look at the back of Victor Hugo, but needs to be aware of the leg locking abilities of the big man. Victor Hugo, very competent in that department. Has a nasty knee bar, straight ankle locks, you name it, he can do it.
Absolutely. Victor Hugo, a lot of his branding is around the title Big Man Flow. And I would say that, I mean, these two have very good dynamic movement in their guard as well. Victor Hugo showcases that for how big and how long he is in the plus 99 kilogram division. He really does move very well.
Absolutely. Incredible flexibility, great guard work. I just want to tip my hat to Fabricio Andrey, though, at this point. He's right in this match. Scrappy as they come.
You know, a really interesting tool that Fabricio Andrey used earlier in that duck under. It's very fast. You almost forget how fast he is today because he's been forced in so many technical situations throughout the day, but make no mistake, in the blink of an eye, he can do what he did earlier and duck right underneath the arm of Victor Hugo. Looking for a single leg, but Victor Hugo basically flexes his hamstring and shrugs Fabricio off. Some very fun matchups today in the absolute. You guys are watching on the multi-mat. You're seeing Felipe Pena and Roberto Jimenez on mat 2. And Ruotolo versus Pedro Marino on mat 1. Victor Hugo dives in for a single leg, snatches it up. Look at the tenacity of Fabricio Andrey. Doing everything he can to withstand this takedown from Victor Hugo. Forced to turtle position right here on the edge of the mat.
And they have reached the points period here. Rolls out of bounds onto the concrete. Victor Hugo powering through.
All right, guys, we're actually going to move things over to 2 mats, mats 2 and 3. On mat 2, we have Roberto Jimenez taking on Felipe Pena. And on mat 3, we have Ruotolo taking on Pedro Marino. Both those guys, Marino and Ruotolo, have a history of brawling with their opponents. This one should be fun. Jimenez is going right at Felipe Pena. Pena's hit a couple takedowns early before points have kicked in. Jimenez looking for that buggy choke. Unable to secure it. Felipe Pena looks like he's in cruise control now. Has solidified that side control. And Marino and Ruotolo are battling for a takedown on the feet. And both Ty and Cade, who, of course, Cade won the 77 kilogram division today, submitting all of his opponents, just unbelievable. But both Cade and Ty have that kind of Iowa wrestling style. You know they're going to be very good, but more than anything else, you're in for a brawl. They're going to make your life hell. Non-stop movement. They fight for every single position. Felipe Pena now looks like he's trying to work that arm lock. Roberto Jimenez is trying to sit up. Doesn't quite have the best body position there though. Felipe Pena putting a lot of pressure, pinning those shoulders now. Looked like Pena was thinking about mounting, decides not to. Now he goes back to it. Looks like he's gonna slide that knee across, just needs to get that underhook and pry that left arm away from Jimenez's body. He's got excellent head position. He's going to do that. There it is. And Jimenez is going to be in big trouble here. Jimenez is another one of these young talents who have come up, had mixed success over the last year, but still showing a lot of promise. Very aggressive game, fun style to watch, but he's going against a true veteran in Felipe Pena. Felipe Pena really trying to put a lot of pressure on that right arm of Jimenez. Looked like he was trying to work that arm triangle. He's going right back to it. He's going to try to get his head on the right side of the body of Jimenez. We can get underneath that arm, get that katakatami. Great finding his legs, making it very difficult for Jimenez to get out. Crowd goes nuts. Ruotolo almost hit that takedown against Pedro Mourinho. Mourinho scrambled back to his feet really well there, avoiding points. Oh, nice reversal by Jimenez. Gets on top, excellent escape. Now Felipe Pena working that shoulder crunch there. Look for a reversal. Jimenez looking for a way around that crafty guard of Felipe Pena. Felipe comes up. Working on now from that turtle position, trying to take the back.
Coming to mat number 1, Giancarlo Bodoni and Varela.
Felipe Pena looking for those hooks. Looks like it turns into a mount. Jimenez did well to escape the back, but only gets mounted for his efforts. Felipe Pena now trying to go back to work, try to elevate those arms over the head of Jimenez so he can attack that arm triangle. Switches to that knee on stomach. He'll get points for that. In ADCC, you can get points for knee on stomach if your knee is on the mat. Even if you're in reverse knee on stomach, you'll still get points. Felipe Pena just racking up the points now. Jimenez looking for another Upa escape. Unsuccessful there. Passes again, right into side control. Now looking for a mount. And Pedro Mourinho has a deep single there, trying to get to the back of Ruotolo. This is a position where Ruotolo scrambles extremely well from. He'll look for an arm trap and a roll. Mourinho with a nice mat return. We have another great match on mat 1 with Giancarlo Bodoni against Rita. Felipe Pena looks like he's in full control here against Roberto Jimenez. And I think we're going to switch things over to mat 1. Rita on top against Giancarlo Bodoni, the 88 kilogram 2022 champion. Or we're going to send it over to the commentary duo on mat 1.
Giancarlo putting his elbow in the face of Rita a little bit there. Trying to stifle him and prevent him from bringing any forward pressure. As I say that, Giancarlo using that reverse De La Riva. Over the right foot of Giancarlo, and what looks like just a conventional straight ankle lock. We saw earlier with Owen O'Flanagan and Giancarlo Bodoni that Giancarlo is very apt to floating submissions. Anything hanging out there, he can snatch up at any moment. He was in the middle of a leg entanglement in that particular match and just snatched up a beautiful toe hold.
Oh, looking for a flying armbar.
But
Giancarlo's over the leg now.
He's able to clear his knee line. Now we see Rita on his back.
Nice use of the stack here for Giancarlo, but he's got to be careful of what Hyson just showed there, shooting a triangle. Right now, though, all Bodoni, that leg staple looking very nice.
Sorry about that, Chase. I was just saying that Hyson is such an aggressive competitor, right? He throws up things so fast, and he's all of his attempts are very explosive. And here we see a potential look to the side.
This is a risky situation here. Giancarlo's got his eyes in the back.
Great passing from Giancarlo Bodoni. He used that. We saw a lot of that here today, right, Chase?
Yeah, the 88 kilogram champ has shown us a lot of good stuff this afternoon, all weekend long, actually. Technically not getting passing points quite yet, but that may not be what Giancarlo's even interested in. Chasing the arm at this point.
It looks like this could be the end, Chase. This is such a tight position. He's got a grip secured around Rita's left arm, and now the legs are locked. Arm is completely immobilized, and there he gets the tap. Giancarlo Bodoni is moving on to the next round.
What a clinical finish there, Jake. Amazing technique.
And it looks to me like he's hardly breathing heavy. Very measured approach. Waded through the guard of Rita. Hyson put on such a great showing this tournament. Had the crowd going absolutely wild on day one, but it'll be Giancarlo Bodoni moving on to the next round.
You got to think he's bringing that champ confidence to all the rest of his matches this evening. He's only current, you can say, ADCC champion that's returning for more.
And Victor Hugo.
All right, so here we see a little look at the action off of Rita's jump into the guard. We saw Giancarlo Bodoni almost lock up the leg, and this was the beginning of the end here, Chase. The wrap around the arm on the bottom side. climbing up, eventually winding up in this position where the arm bar was only moments away. Great effort from, like you said, the only returning champ in the Absolute division today.
He's going for that Ruotolo.
He's moving straight on to the next round of competition here.
Mourinho. Majority of the match took place on the feet. It was back and forth as they battled from that clinch position. Both men were looking for takedowns. See if we can get a replay going. All right. All right, we're going to go over to mat 2. Nicky Rodriguez is going to be taking on former ADCC champion Yuri Simoes.
Brazil versus America. These two recently fought at Who's Number One a few months ago. But now under ADCC rules, should be interesting to see the outcome. Nick Rodriguez, despite his loss to Gordon Ryan, which is, you know, not many people can say they do otherwise with Gordon.
Yeah.
He's actually looked really good this ADCC.
Yeah.
Yuri Simoes not afraid to engage in the takedown battle with Nick Rodriguez. You know, although Yuri Simoes comes from obviously a jiu-jitsu background, his takedown game has just been really impressive over the last few years. Actually making a transition to MMA, spent some time training at American Kickboxing Academy with a bunch of their MMA fighters, and he's really developed a strong wrestling top game. The winner of this match moves on to face the winner of Cyborg versus Victor Hugo. If you guys are watching at home, you can tune in on mat number 1 and 2 for additional matches. Utilize our multi-mat technology. You watch Meregali versus Trattor on one mat, Victor Hugo Cyborg on the other, and Nicky Rod versus Yuri on mat number 2, which is what we're calling here.
Yeah. Those guys just working on the collar ties here.
It's okay. 8 minutes in, or 8 minutes left, sorry. Nicky Rod, Yuri, grip fighting in the stand-up.
Yeah, both guys just really working on the head. Other than that, really, I haven't really seen either one of them sort of looking for openings, or besides the collar ties and the snap downs trying to drop their level, or
Yuri faking Level changing. Faking some shots against Nicky Rod. Something's telling me that Nicky Rod's waiting for the 5
to
start getting aggressive here. Don't be surprised if you see a nice super duck or some sort of dynamic takedown attempt from Nicky Rod, but I feel like he's about to turn on the heat in about a minute and a half. Yuri Simoes, Nick Rodriguez. Nicky Rod, 2-time ADCC silver medalist against the 2-time gold medalist, Yuri Simoes.
Again on these collar ties.
Nice little drag there.
Yeah, I think he just jumped out of it.
Both big guys, but move very quick, very agile.
Yeah, oh yeah. "20 seconds to points now. See if it..." See if
all right, here we go. Points will be scored from here on out. 5 minutes left in this matchup. Nick Rodriguez versus Yuri Simoes. Let's see who decides to change the strategy first here.
Your winner of match number 3, Meregali.
Yuri level changing quite a bit, trying to fake Nicky Rod out. Maybe looking for him to sprawl a little prematurely so he can attack the front headlock. Mason Fowler in the corner of Yuri Simoes telling him to pick up the pace.
Yeah, I mean, both have really only seen one attempt, right, by Yuri. No real solid attempts by Nick Rod yet.
Three minutes, 39 seconds left in this match. Nick Rodriguez, Yuri Simoes. Uneventful so far. Hoping things change sometime soon. Three minutes left in this match. Nick Rodriguez, Yuri Simoes. Not too much happening. I think the referee's getting a little impatient here. And Yuri drops to a knee, fakes a shot. Nicky Rod with the fake snatch single.
Now on match number 3, Felipe, Pena, and Ruotolo.
Just over 2 minutes left. Oh, Yuri's starting to pick up the pace now.
Yeah. Just dropped his level and Nicky hit the deck basically. Nicky's gonna have to start to pick this up, because otherwise, if he doesn't score, it's probably at this point Yuri is more active in nature. So still what, 5-minute overtime to go.
So we're a minute left before expiration of the regulation.
Real quick for a bracket, a recap here in the absolute division. Nicky Rodriguez taking on Yuri Simoes in the quarterfinal. Nicky got by Andy Varela. Yuri Simoes got by Lachlan Giles. Cyborg, at 42 years old, advances to the quarterfinals. He's taking on Victor Hugo over on mat 1. And Felipe Pena will be taking on Ruotolo on mat 3. We'll be going to that match shortly. Giancarlo Bodoni will be facing his teammate Nicholas Meregali in what should be a very interesting match. But right now, let's switch things over to mat number 3. Felipe Pena taking on the 19-year-old Ruotolo.
Ty is not allowing Felipe to bully him around. He's just not going to take it.
And I'm going to tell you, just because of the size difference, angles are going to be key here for Ruotolo. Like, taking him down square is going to be difficult, but I'm going to tell you that I believe he can off-balance him enough to look for back takes and things like that, which are so creative.
He's holding a single here.
Singles up. See what Pena does defensively, trying to control the hands here. Good job. Let's see if he tries to, oh, nice. Good defense, man. Pena's big.
And
you know what I mean?
He's big, and he came in to try to counter with the heavy collar on the neck, and Ty managed to keep his balance and stand his ground there.
So Ty did go for that where he tries to high-low you, where he'll hit the top of the head and the knee at the same time. And most people he can at least off-balance. Pena didn't move. So that's one thing where we're going to see that size difference going to play when Ty is doing things that are squared on with Pena. Angles are what's going to make up for that strength, that lack of strength against Pena.
Angle is offense, Jay.
Yes.
So in order for Ty to really get something going against the larger opponent, he's exactly what you're saying. He's going to have to create some angles, or he's going to have to feint and get Pena to overreact to something.
He's trying to get him to grab his leg again. And see where he's body locked. Body locked is where I feel is a better position for him. Like, I think if he moved from singles up to body locks, he'll be able to do a lot more with it. Now you see Ty almost trying to get Pena. Both are getting a call for action, not a warning.
Interesting. I feel like Ty has been pressing forward the entire time.
Really active. Trying to shuck by 2-on-1s. Over Ty here from Ruotolo.
Felipe with a big aggressive push there.
Now he goes heavy on the collar. And again, I love how Ty just constantly trying, sweep the foot one way or the other.
Starting to get a little bit bigger reactions from Pena now. Look at that shoulder movement, just so fluid from Ty. You go to push his shoulder and it disappears and the other one presses forward. Heavy collar Ty, forces Ty to spin around.
Oh,
and on the
straight
double.
Forward to the body.
Locks the hands.
And here's the angle I talked about. Body locked up, Pena trying to keep out.
He shoves Ty to the ground and smashes through it.
Oh, look at this. It's going to put Ty on a leg here. He's trying to force the 50-50. Now listen, this is a spot Pena is comfortable in.
More than comfortable. He's a specialist right here, an absolute world-class player from these positions.
And tried to immediately make sure he got his angle. But listen, Ty came straight forward with that, got his angle, tried to mat return, and Pena just threw him off. And man, that size came into play there. Look at this, sit up, trying to get to the back here. Pena's gonna stop him, but nice come up there, sweep from Ty.
Pena ends up on the bottom of this position.
I mean, that's a sweep. Ty just swept him.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, he's not gonna score from it.
Not gonna score, but that was, you know, a mental sweep here for Ty.
And Ty's still working on this back take right here if he can switch those hips.
Oh, back
excellent
to the feet, man.
exchange.
What amazing work from Ruotolo. But again, Pena is showing like how much that size difference can equal things out a bit.
25 seconds to the point start. And Pena's gonna pull guard here.
I think it's a smart move.
I love it. I think it's the right play.
I think it's a smart move. 15 seconds to points.
The problem with that is that Ruotolo is an unbelievable guard passer. And if you make even the slightest mistake overreaching towards an underhook, he slams in a darce from every angle.
And listen, he doesn't need to be able to pass Felipe's guard. He just needs to be able to almost pass it. Like he only needs to get Pena up to his shoulder where he can reach for his darces or where he can turtle to look for the back. So it's not even about getting past the guard, it's just making him react in a way that he can get to something else. False sweep type situation here.
Yeah, Pena, this is his wheelhouse. Amazing guard player. Incredibly hard to pass. And with this size difference, it's going to be very, very difficult. That flying knee cut.
Forcing in here from top position. Points are in play.
Pena working the underhook on the right side, trying to drag him in. Knee cut there from Ruotolo.
Wow. Pena secures that leg, trying to get some control here.
And here he comes, dragging it into his world now.
Right back in, trying to get to 50-50, but Ty able to get his arm over top now. Pena able to slip that leg back over. Gets that arm involved now.
And look at that grip that Ty has on the hip.
How sick would it be if he did a back take right now? Now Pena able to reap heavy to the inside. Knee line free.
Pena's so good at using his legs to bend
bear trap
his opponent's leg. And here it is, there's that ham
bear
sandwich.
Trap, yeah. Ty, good job of getting that leg extended.
Gotta be careful.
And he tried to come up on it. Easier said than done with a Ruotolo.
Your winner by points on mat number 1, Roberto.
Cutting that knee through from this reverse de la Riva. Inverts under his Pena, looking for that far leg.
Going to the north-south is Ruotolo.
Look how easy Pena's able to like lift and
But look at this play.
Look at this. Oh, he had to get out of there. He felt Pena's coming on quicker. He bailed on it. Turns back in.
Oh, look at this gripping now. And this is the play right here. This is what Ruotolo wants.
Was Pena?
That's going to be interesting. He might have been on his feet for 3 seconds.
Let's see
he
if
may
that
get a negative there, Jay.
You see the judges are talking. That was close. Now, just to explain at home, he comes up to his feet right from that bottom wrestle.
They gave him the negative.
All right, so what happened was he came up to his feet for 3 seconds. Had he come up to his feet for 2 seconds and sat back down, there would be no negative. He came up for 3 seconds. That's now a neutral position. He sits, he gets the negative.
Pena passes the leg across to the 50-50. And now approaching the 2-minute mark, all the onus is on Pena to do the work here. Ruotolo. Oh my, what a huge.
Yeah, that was big there, and that's a calculated mistake there from Pena.
A slip of clarity through the mind for Pena.
Got that 50-50 position here, up to the feet for Ruotolo.
Ruotolo controlling the overhook on that ankle. Pena, 90 seconds to go. He's going to have to cook something up here.
All right, they're going to move back to center in this 50-50. I didn't see what happened on the other mats. I don't know if we could
now
see
into
who's moving on. Donkey guard type situation here from the reverse mount. Now, here's the thing. This is close to being a reverse mount here. And if Ty can posture up, I don't even think he has to uncross the legs. He's going to get the mount points here. You see him trying to keep his back off. He's going to... He stepped off of it. Steps back over.
If he can clear that, he can score too.
Yeah, he's almost there.
He wants that knee bar. Look, he's thinking about that knee bar.
Yeah, he does. He wants to finish here.
He's got the grip he wants.
Yeah, see Pena's right hand.
Pena's got to be very careful.
Pena's right hand.
Pena comes around to the back here.
Hook in.
Hook number 1. 30 seconds to go. Can he score?
Look at this. Trying to get that hook in. Ty.
Could he go to the twister here?
Could you imagine? We got just over 20 seconds. Pena turning belly down here. If I'm, oh, good move. Power half on that side to create some space to throw a hook in, but he hasn't attempted to throw the hook in yet.
10 seconds. Pena has to show some urgency.
Trying to finish. He doesn't have the hook, and he's not behind. Unbelievable. He's going to move forward.
Ruotolo with the victory over Felipe Pena.
Wins by the negative score. Now the table is calling him over. Okay. All right, yeah, there we go. Ruotolo. This place goes nuts every time, B-Man. Every time.
The people love the Ruotolo brothers. Listen to the Thomas and Mack Center.
All right, real quick, can you see who won the Nicky Rod and Cyborg match, or Nicky Rod and Yuri and Cyborg and Hugo? Here, I'll go through the replays real quick while you look it up. There was that last double that he turned to a body lock, went for the trip. There was the almost mat return, and then Pena showing that size and strength literally just shucks him off and then drives forward. But dude, Ty just never stops moving. There was that sit up. Stuck that right hand. Ty just never stops moving. There's another knee cut where he almost had the pass there. Turns back through again, and this was where Pena followed up. And here it was. Pena went up 1, 2, 3. This is neutral now. So as he sits, he's probably 3-4 seconds late there. And then here was the reverse mount slash donkey guard. Nothing was able to come.
All right, we're going to switch things over to mat number 1. We got 2 teammates battling it out right now in Giancarlo Bodoni and Nicholas Meregali. Let's check it out.
Really put in some serious work against high-level competition.
One thing that's impressed me a lot about Meregali's no-gi game is his ability to scramble. Something you didn't really see him do all that much in the gi. The controls were just too powerful, and he was a master of gripping there and slowed things down. But in the gi, his scrambling ability is fantastic. Or, excuse me, no-gi.
So far, he's done a great job of maneuvering out of the way of that peculiar situation we just saw. And one thing I've been very impressed with, Chase, I think a question that a lot of fans had in their mind is, okay, we saw Nicholas Meregali in super fights, but how will he do in a tournament? How will he do when he has a match after match after match? And so far, he's looked great every match. In the no-gis, in the no-gi rule sets, I mean.
Can't argue with that whatsoever. And here we see him in a decent passing position against Giancarlo here. Putting a little pressure from top.
This is something Nicholas does a lot as well, that right hand or left hand, depending on the side he's passing, on the hip, blocking the leg from coming in as he initiates a knee cut. See it again right there, but Giancarlo's spinning underneath. Look at the movement from Nicholas Meregali, shuffling from side to side, continually switching up his angles.
Yeah, really nice footwork, as you pointed out there. Changing things up too, going from outside passing, are you pushing inside?
Oh, getting a great position here. After all that, now he is in the half guard of Giancarlo, immediately recovering with the underhook. But Chase, I think that's going to be one of the keys to Nicholas Meregali's victory here, is keeping the movement up, keeping Giancarlo thinking, unable to set up an attack of his own.
Oh, this looks nice for Nicholas Meregali here.
Oh, this is a big moment, the hook on the head.
Wasting no time, looking to slide over, possibly into mount, or just stay in this knee right position here.
This is not a position we've seen Giancarlo Bodoni in today.
We're just seconds away here from points becoming a relevant factor in the rest of this match. See if Nicholas Meregali lets go knee on belly.
Another interesting thing about the ADCC rule set, Chase, is the right knee of Nicholas Meregali typically, most rule sets, would score, but also in ADCC, the left knee on the belly would score. Now Giancarlo, it's a big reap over the leg. Nicholas Meregali meets it with a head control and sprawls his leg back. He could have been in a bit of danger there, and now just really excellent movement on top.
And Nicholas looking extremely confident on top here, leaving a relatively safe position of side control, trying to step and go to the other side, and that may pay off here as he's chasing the back now. Giancarlo Bodoni. We have
and the hooks
body
are
triangle
in.
is on.
Hooks are in. That is going to be points for Nicholas Meregali. Now working to get that left arm underneath the chin. Three minutes, 15 seconds left. Now Meregali jacking up the right arm of Giancarlo Bodoni. Very stifling pressure from the back by Nicholas Meregali. Just continue, always keeping his opponent thinking, no matter what the position.
Yeah, the hand fight battle could be an exhausting affair. Just trying to stay safe, but also having your ribs compressed, for example, on the body triangle. Nicholas Meregali has collected a second set of 3 points there, making it 6-0.
And Nicholas Meregali wrenching on the neck, a very popular technique by the new wave competitors as well from this position. And Nicholas Meregali looking like he has the arm around the face of Giancarlo Bodoni. Not quite underneath the chin. Now Giancarlo Bodoni really trying to spin. Still a mountain, moving much more actively than we had just seen earlier. They're going to reset back in the center.
And Meregali looking fresh as ever. He's had a busy day, but still remaining working out here with a very high rate of action. Applying a little bit of a headlock here from top. 1 minute left to go, up by 6.
Now both back up to their feet. Oh, Giancarlo Bodoni shooting and taking Meregali down to the ground, who concedes the takedown. Seems perfectly fine with being on his back here in the last 44 seconds. Giancarlo Bodoni would have to make up 4 points here. Referee calls a stop, brings him back in the center. Seeing a lot of activity from Giancarlo Bodoni, trying to make one of the sides of the knee cut work in his favor, but with 15 seconds left, Chase. Seems like the clinic of Nicholas Meregali has just been a little too much. Giancarlo Bodoni goes for back take at the end, but Nicholas Meregali is moving on to the semifinal.
We're going to see Nicholas Meregali take on Ruotolo. That is a match I would not have expected.
Definitely not a match I ever thought I would hear uttered. A matchup I don't think we would see very many places.
But I do like it.
I love it. Ruotolo took out Felipe Pena earlier in a big upset victory, and now Nicholas Meregali, after defeating both Vinicius Ferreira and now his teammate Giancarlo Bodoni.
Let's take a quick look at some of the best action here. That big Uchimane from Giancarlo Bodoni.
Nicholas Meregali using that sweep, try to get up, and this was a lot of the tail of the tape, huh, Chase? I mean, the mount really was something Nicholas Meregali held for a long time, taking the back.
Yeah, the smooth back take was really the name of the story out here. Transitioning from body triangle to body triangle, getting those points. And he'll be moving on, like we said, to our semifinal, which will be the next match on this mat. I believe he'll be given a short period to recover, but we'll see Nicholas Meregali in just a few moments. We'll go back.
All right, let's do a bracket recap. We had Yuri Simoes advancing against Cyborg. On the other side, we had Ruotolo defeating Felipe Pena. Pena was given a -1 in that match. Ruotolo continuing his rampage here in the absolute division, making up for that first round loss against his teammate Josh Hinger. And Giancarlo Bodoni, teammate of Nicholas Meregali, loses on points. Meregali will advance to the semifinals. And we're going to go right to mat 3 for that semifinal between Simoes and Cyborg.
Chin strap and the underhook to flatten him out and force him to accept bottom.
Yeah.
Yuri endured it, freed his chin, and then immediately comes back to his feet, not accepting the bottom position against the larger athlete.
Yuri.
30 seconds to go until points.
Circling with that inside collar. Warning for both. First warning issued 20 seconds before OT, or 20 seconds before points, I'm sorry.
Winner of this match finds himself in the absolute final. Be taking on the winner of Ruotolo versus Meregali.
Oh, picked up that single.
Cyborg kicks him away aggressively.
Cyborg looking very athletic on that defense. Oh, man, Yuri picking up the pace now.
Yeah,
you're seeing these level changes. Yeah.
That's going to weigh heavily to the judges. 2 big initiations.
And it's probably, oh, look at this, as we say that Cyborg level change. Now Cyborg just level changing, trying to pick him up and move forward. Yuri's were very well set up. Just to drag back. Let's see if he starts to go in. And that's Cyborg. He'll just put his chest, his head in the middle of your chest, grab the back of your hamstrings and just drive you forward.
That's how he found himself out of the first round. That's how he got here. Did that to Elder Cruz to get his 3.
Second warning. All right, they want to get to penalties here.
No more playing around.
Judges say that's it. Tell them they're going to be penalties.
Cyborg changes levels. Nothing happening. Yuri fakes the level change. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Level change again from Cyborg, back to his heels there, stumbling backwards as Yuri presses forward and sends him out of bounds. Reset to the middle.
Almost caught him off balance there.
He did. You see Cyborg starting to blade his right foot forward just a little bit more. We saw him do that in the match against Cruz. He's got to be careful with that though, because Yuri,
he's already showed the Connie Basami
with that scissor leg.
Oh, nice level change there off the feint from Simoes.
3.5.
Oh, tried for that little trip inside.
Don't you feel like the pace of the match is turning towards Simoes? Right? Yes. As soon as I say that, Cyborg shoots in, but now a front head position.
He adjusted too. Cyborg backs himself out. He adjusted from double unders to front head, and Cyborg used that opportunity to back himself out of that.
Yuri stepping forward. Cyborg got a little fingernail scratch there. Simoes pours forward. Heavy with the 2 collar ties now. Weighing on the back of the head of the larger athlete.
Under 3 minutes to go.
A lot on the line here. Winner finds himself in the finals of the Absolute. Looking to stake his place. Oh, look at that. Arm drag to single attempt. Looking like JT Torres out there.
Incredible dexterity from Yuri.
Yeah, beautiful. Right. And a great reaction, though, from Cyborg. But again, the initiation coming from Simoes.
Trying to drag him back in with that tie clinch. Changes again here.
Simoes just looks like the fresher athlete to me. 2 minutes to go. Looking for a foot sweep initiation. Shot from Cyborg, turns into a front headlock for Simoes.
It's gonna be hard to keep those front headlocks right now. These guys are, 8 minutes into a match, nice and sweaty. You're gonna have to have a hell of a grip. Or at least have them on their knees, you know what I mean, to hold them in. If they're on their feet and mobile, it's going to be really hard to hold that front head. Nice.
There's a nice shot.
Off balance here.
Cyborg continues to push forward, though.
Cyborg just turns that hip so that knee points down and able to just strip that out.
1.5 minutes now. Simoes seems to be really taking the lead in the spirit and the feeling of the match.
Yuri looks a little fresher too.
Absolutely.
He looks like he's got a little extra in the tank right now. You can tell it's starting to get a little laboring for Cyborg. Nice level change there.
Forces
and again, as I say that,
Cyborg.
he's 9 minutes into a match and hasn't, been taken down, hasn't been just slightly yet less than Yuri at this point.
If we don't get a score in the next 50 seconds, though, we're going to see an overtime, and they're going to have to go for 5 more. Level change from Simoes. Level change now from Cyborg. Simoes tries to make a play to the back. Cyborg extends that right arm, keeps him off of the back take. Simoes pouring forward again, heavy with the collar tie now. Foot sweep attempt, 28 seconds to go. Cyborg with another level change and another front head. This one,
I think they're just too slick, you know what I mean?
Hard to hold, yeah.
Again, they're 9 minutes into a battle. It's just so much sweat 15 seconds. We're going to see an OT here, B-Mac. Crowd wants us to stay for a little longer. All right, 5 minutes.
They'll break for overtime and immediately right back to the action.
Overtime.
There's that tie clinch we've been seeing all weekend. Manipulate that head position.
Both athletes hanging heavy. Cyborg tries that foot sweep again on the outside. Yuri with the wrist control over here on his right side. You see he's taking that, forcing the wrist to the outside.
Now remember, they both have 2 warnings. Oh, there we go again. And they haven't had anything, not even calls frag, nothing, nothing since that secondary warning. But now, they're into penalties now. So unless they each take one, penalty could be critical here.
Both athletes, though, are working.
Yeah, they've been, that's what I'm saying. Since that second warning, nothing's been even said. You haven't seen the table talking, nothing. They've stayed active.
So when it's this slippery, it's just so hard to gain a meaningful grip. Even in the wrestling portion.
I mean, I gotta say, Cyborg's taken at least 4 or 5 shots, and Yuri's picked up his leg at least half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a pretty close as far as who's got more initiations, I would say.
And this is what happens. Every time Yuri does one, Cyborg does one back.
Yeah.
Yuri does one, Cyborg makes sure he answers it right back.
It seems like Cyborg is paying the price a little more for his shots. So because of the nature of the kind of shots and initiations they're creating, Cyborg presses forward with that double, and he has to sprawl and maneuver his way through a front headlock.
Yep.
Yeah. Whereas when Yuri comes forward, he's grabbing a single, and then Cyborg kind of escapes it. Yuri's not really taking punishment for his shots.
Underhook here now from Cyborg. Picks up that single.
Let's get some action. Oh, man. Come
almost.
On. Listen, man, this is my last chance. I'm trying to see somebody fall down on Jay's lap.
I want one table to break. That's it.
This is a good grip.
Ruotolo and Meregali.
Creating some movement now. He's got to get the big man stepping around, bouncing on that foot. He's starting to lose his grip.
Cyborg forces that foot back to the ground. Final 2.5 minutes remain. Cyborg and Yuri, 2 ADCC legends. Pushing forward with that tie clinch is Yuri. Yeah, Yuri's really been pushing forward, putting on the pace. Cyborg says, tries to make a motion like he's getting pushed out of bounds. You have to understand that they don't care. They want you to stop yourself from being pushed out of bounds, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I think that signifies to the judges that Yuri is when Cyborg makes that motion. Yuri's winning, yes.
And there it is again, chin strapped over.
And shoving Cyborg around, pressing forward.
And chasing him. Stalking him now.
He wants to make sure that these judges see that he's the more aggressive fighter of the two.
He's definitely put in the work in his over. Oh, look at this. Puts him down. Oh, he's going to score.
That's a definite 2. Absolutely 2 that time.
And put himself into the guard. Put himself into the guard so that Cyborg couldn't turtle. Quickly grab the hips of Cyborg. Quickly grab the hips of Cyborg so that his what do you call it? His hips were stuck in a position where he couldn't turtle.
They're going to restart. Cyborg on his butt. 2 on the board for Simoes. Big play. Cyborg straight arms framing against the throat of Simoes. 2-0 with 1:20 to go.
Yeah, and again, so we're in a situation where Cyborg is going to have to score at least once to bring it to a judge's decision or get some type of 3-point move or 4-point move. Again, you can watch both matches simultaneously if you go to FloGrappling and go to Flow Zone and do the split screen where you can watch Mat 1 with Ruotolo and Nicholas Meregali, and the end of this match here with Yuri and Cyborg. Yuri up 2-0 with under a minute to go. Steps over. Cyborg. Again, for a big guy, for 99, he inverts so easily.
One of the classic great inverting guard players, especially amongst the larger athletes that we've ever seen. Just a pioneer of that style of play.
Short time here. 20 seconds to go here. Cyborg is going to have to make something happen incredibly quick.
Cyborg really, honestly, he's just trying to fend him off at this point, trying to stop from getting scored on again. Simoes is going to walk away with it. 5 seconds to go. Yuri Simoes is going to find himself in the finals of the ADCC 2022 Absolute with the victory 2-0 over Cyborg in overtime.
Yuri Simoes, Coyote.
There's Yuri Simoes winning over there on mat 3 against Roberto Cyborg Abreu. We're going to switch things over to mat 1. We have Ruotolo taking on Nicholas Meregali.
What a comeback that would be for Ruotolo. Lost out first round yesterday to teammate Josh Hinger, and what many would call a bit of an upset. You know he's been chomping at the bit to get back on the mats out here. So far, it's been a great day. Already has a razor-thin victory over Felipe Pena.
And a victory over Pedro Moreno in the very first round. Ty looking for a knee tap. Another thing I love about the Ruotolo brothers, we've brought this up many times, Chase, is how active they are.
Yeah, they just want to brutalize their opponent, right? They want to wear them down emotionally, physically, find those openings any way they can. Nicholas Meregali, though, I think will be very tough to break mentally. He's gone through a lot of adversity through his career. And look at that, Uchimata from Nicholas Meregali. Beautiful stuff there from the new wave athlete.
Very big takedown. Ruotolo, look like he was trying to just stay up on his toes and see if he can just open his hip out of the way of that Uchimata, but Nicholas persevered all the way through, and Ruotolo now back up to his feet.
Great scrambling ability from Ruotolo. Does not want the weight of Meregali drowning him this early in the match.
Gotta wonder how much of a physical toll that match with Felipe Pena has taken on Ruotolo. He's had some scraps this weekend.
That's every match with Ruotolo. Those things are very, very quick for him. Just the way he likes to compete. But yeah, he looks a little bit fatigued already, flagging just a bit in this match. Not much. We'll see how long he can keep up this work rate. Ruotolo, though, I think more than many athletes, rely a little bit on spontaneity and creativity. Look at that.
Oh, and Ruotolo with the Darce. The Darce is in. This could be trouble. Ruotolo has a Darce on Nicholas Meregali. It looks like it's in, Chase. The grimace is on his face.
And it's close to tapping. He really does look close to tapping. Oh, he's out.
Oh, and he's out. Oh, and the buggy.
Ruotolo just does not stop. All of this, by the way, taking place before the points period. So that's when you want to risk it, like Ruotolo just did, diving on that Darce.
I couldn't agree more, Chase. Ruotolo hitting Nicholas Meregali with the same Uchimata that was hit on him earlier in the match. in favor of Ty Ruotolo, urging him on with their claps and cheers.
I think so much of the crowd has basically watched Ty Ruotolo grow up, right? From child prodigy to teenage phenom to ADCC contender here. Now, all of them just by 19 years of age.
For those of you with a keen ear, probably hear Raul Jimenez yelling for Ty Ruotolo here on the side.
Maybe even not that keen of an ear, just a ear.
Father of Roberto Jimenez definitely has a very loud voice. We're gonna see how the guard play of Ruotolo. Oh, coming up. I was about to say, Chase, we're gonna see how the guard play of Ruotolo deals with the passing of Nicholas Meregali, but up to his feet, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in regulation. A war thus far.
Yeah, that took some guts right there. That's a lot of effort to get back to his feet. But he's still game for the challenge, 100%.
Seeing Ty Ruotolo mix up the stance, switching from left side to right side. Meregali, a very difficult force to approach though. Hands always out, always in good position in his stance. Very consistent with the collar ties. Both athletes pose a very interesting puzzle.
Yeah, somewhat contrasting styles out there right now. Meregali a little more conservative, traditional approach. As we said, Ty Ruotolo just a creative artist out there on the mats, really. Snatches a quick single leg there. Meregali looks to reshoot, but fatigue seems to be setting in for the new wave athlete out there as well a little bit. Not quite as crisp as when he first entered the mat here.
You know, we are in the semifinals of the Absolute Division. Both men have had such a long weekend. And Meregali having an extra fight, actually fighting for third against Rafael Lovato Jr. Oh, there's the body lock from Meregali. Ruotolo trying to meet it with a throw and defending the lift.
Meregali now chasing down the back. Can Ty scramble away?
This is a tough situation. Ty looking at scramble. Cade Ruotolo yelling in the corner for him to get up, get up.
Meregali now in a very good spot. Ty continuing to move though, and he's out.
Oh, and what movement from Ty Ruotolo getting out of there. The score is still tied. Two minutes, 15 seconds left. Ty Ruotolo always keeping the options fresh too. Oh, now switching into a body lock of his own, shucked off. Nicholas Meregali snatching up a single leg. An interesting development. Ty Ruotolo pulling on the head, knocked down on his back, and forced a scramble once again. Rolling to his back. You can really see Nicholas Meregali trying to force the back of Ty Ruotolo to the ground. A little bit of an elevation, possibly looking for a leg entry. Score is still 0-0 Chase as we wind down the last 7 seconds of the match.
It looks like he's going to try and collect the knee bar, but he's going to run out of time before he gets there. We are going to overtime, Jake.
5 minutes for one of these athletes to punch their ticket to the absolute final. All eyes in the packed Thomas and Mack Arena are on mat 1.
And so far, Jake, this match has lived up to all expectations. A lot of action, creative looks from both athletes out there.
And you know what? Both of them had some really big moments. Ruotolo with big Darce attempt early on in the match. Nicholas Meregali has utilized effective wrestling as well. Would not want to be a judge. Nicholas Meregali complaining about a bit of an eye poke there. Some verbose language from Raul Jimenez. That word doesn't exist to our younger viewers.
Nicholas now really trying to chase down that single leg. Sold out on that one a little bit, put a lot of effort behind that attempt. Ty now goes up for the shot.
Attempt! Oh, he was deep on that double leg.
Nice work from Nicholas Meregali, but that was a good look at a shot from Ruotolo.
This really is an epic showdown, Chase.
The winner of this match is going to take on Yuri Simoes in our absolute bracket final here. Ty seems to have got maybe a second wind out there.
Nicholas Meregali once again snatching the single leg. Ty kicking his leg out of there. Oh, Meregali snatching up a single leg once again. Oh, and Ty forced down to the ground, forced a turtle again.
Trying to roll out here, but Meregali hanging on tight there. Tough to see what's going on with the hands.
Looks like the ref is going to want to reset them in the center. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left. Nicholas Meregali.
I think you can almost hear a pin drop in this place. People waiting to see what's going to happen next.
Nicholas Meregali responding to the crowd. Getting a little chippy out there, Chase. Another thing about ADCC that's really impressive is the integrity of the resets. They have a whole panel of judges making sure that they end up in the right position. Ty with a good spin, looking to potentially see if we'll get a little bit more of that dynamic Ruotolo movement to end up in a good spot out of this. He's got to get out of that seatbelt first. One hook in, it looks like for the moment. And he ends up on top.
Chasing the back now, chasing the back is Ruotolo.
He's got a body lock, trying to get Meregali to the ground.
He's wrestling him hard. I'd like to see a reset here back in the middle with the same situation here. Sure, Ruotolo would too.
A little over 2 minutes left. Oh, and it looks like Ruotolo is going to get that reset.
Can he hang on though? Meregali looking to roll.
And Meregali rolling to get out of the position.
It's one of Ruotolo's favorite moves as well. This is so far though been very, very close. This will be a tough decision. Should we make it the next 2 minutes or so?
There's like a little bit of blood in the nose, in the nostril of Ruotolo. Consistently shucking and throwing by the arms of Meregali. This last little bit, Ruotolo really trying to push forward, really trying to make something happen.
And it is Ty pushing Meregali now to the edges of the mat. We're gonna get another reset here. 1 minute, 3 seconds left. And Jake, I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
This has been an absolute barn burner chase and such a technical battle. Both athletes pushed to their physical and mental edge. Will it be Ruotolo or Nicholas Meregali moving on to the absolute final?
Nice look at a foot sweep there from Ty.
Crowd trying to pump some life into Ruotolo here in the last 30 seconds. Ramping up the intensity in the last 20 seconds of the match is Ruotolo.
15 seconds now. I think either athlete would love to finish this on a very aggressive note. Who's going to get the last attack?
Ruotolo going for a shot right at the end. Meregali with a gesture to suggest he's confident in the victory. It's all in the hands of the ADCC judges, Chase.
Man, that was fun. That was great. Like the show of sportsmanship there. Hard-fought match, but left it all on the mats.
And we're about to get our answer. It will be Nicholas Meregali moving on to the final versus Yuri Simoes. All right, Chase, take us through some of the moments in this match.
Yeah, what a competitive fight. We saw some great attacks from both athletes, really. Here's this darce from Ruotolo earlier in the match. That was very, very deep. Meregali managed to escape, though. And we did see a lot of positional control from Meregali throughout the match, but really it was just frenetic throughout. This was one of the key moments, maybe. Meregali had a quick look at the back, but again, Ty scrambles out. Very, very close decision there. But Nicholas Meregali will take on Yuri Simoes. You guys can tune in to Flow Zone for the rest of the event. We have 2 matches left. Yuri Simoes versus Nicholas Meregali. And then we're on to the main event of Gordon Ryan versus Andrey Galvão for the ADCC Absolute Super Fight of the Ages. We'll see you guys soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Guys, thank you so much.
Well, these matches continue to be absolute fire. Semi-final between Yuri and Cyborg. Had Yuri winning, advancing to the semi-final. On the other side, for the bracket recap in the Absolute division, we had Ruotolo in an absolute war against Nicholas Meregali. In the end, it went to overtime, judge's decision. Nicholas Meregali was the winner in that one. One that certainly could have gone either way. Very, very close. I thought Ty was going to get the nod, but absolutely a close one there. The final will be Yuri Simoes against Nicholas Meregali. Meregali in his first ADCC. Took bronze in the under 99 kilogram division. Now trying to take gold in the absolute division here at ADCC. It was a major goal of his. He wanted to establish himself as one of the best in the world in no gi. He's already done that in the gi, and he has certainly done that here this year in his very first ADCC World Championship. We still have the absolute final. We also have the super fight, of course, between Andrey Galvão and Gordon Ryan, the King. Gordon already has a gold medal today in the 99 kilogram and over division. And all that is coming up. And throughout the night, you'll see a QR code pop up on your screen. Be sure to scan that to claim your NFT rash guard, which will enter you to win this awesome Tezos, FloGrappling, and Future Kimonos rash guard. We're giving 10 away along with a 10-year long subscription to Flow Sports. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after that with the absolute final and the super fight. See you in a bit.
Stronger today than ever before, and even stronger tomorrow. When great new ideas emerge, Tezos will be ready, and so will you. Tezos, built to empower. The Tezos blockchain is designed to be different. It's built to be powerful, but flexible. Designed to be different. It's built to be powerful, but flexible, allowing even the most rigid of frameworks to evolve and update over time. It's a network built to last, designed to seamlessly adapt to the mysteries of tomorrow. Stronger today than ever before, and even stronger tomorrow. When great new ideas emerge, Tezos will be ready, and so will you. Tezos, designed to evolve, built to empower.
1-2, 1-2. 1-2, 1-2.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2022 ADCC World Championships. I'm Kenny Florian, and we're going to do a quick recap from the semifinals on for the absolute bracket. We had Yuri Simoes taking on Cyborg, and what was really an affair that stood up mainly on the feet. We had Yuri Simoes battling for a takedown. There's Cyborg with a nice little foot trip. There's Simoes jumping into a Kani Basami, attacking that inside heel hook. Cyborg able to escape there. Simoes on that single leg. Nice rollout there by Cyborg.
It's time
Attacks
for the
single
absolute final.
And Simoes on another head on the outside single. But we have our final coming up right now. We're going to go to that one. Nicholas Meregali taking on Yuri Simoes. Let's check out the action.
Injured, so Ruotolo gets the bronze medal. And
from Brazil, Yuri Simoes.
Whoa, Yuri Simoes. We are ready to go. Take it away, Bruce Buffer.
This is the co-main event, the absolute finals. Fighting out of the blue corner from Austin, Texas, by way of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Making the absolute final in only his 10th no-gi match of his life. The #1 gi competitor in the world, representing New Wave, Nicholas Meregali. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner from San Jose, California, by way of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the two-time ADCC World Champion, representing Team Kyotera, Yuri Simoes.
All right, here we go. Meregali versus Simoes. Simoes taking it to Meregali right away in this absolute final. Ricardo Amendolia here, joining you live with Mr. Chase Smith, Sean Williams. This is the open weight final. This is for all the marbles, all the glory, all the prestige. Who is the baddest man in the no-gi world? We're about to find out. We got 20 minutes time length. And in about 10 minutes, points will be scored, but we're using the ADCC finals rules. Sean Williams, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it behooves Yuri to come out just a little bit hard. I mean, Meregali had a massive battle, and it wasn't all that long ago. So he still could be recovering a little bit from that. But I love it.
You mentioned intensity. Well, yeah. I think we have some out there, Sean.
Yeah, we do. There's a big, heavy collar tie, but it's Meregali's not going to take it. That's for sure.
Yuri is fired up. Yuri wants this. He wants revenge. He wants a rematch. He wants revenge not just on Meregali, but he wants another shot at Gordon Ryan. They fought years back. It was a super fight at the first Kasai. And Yuri, both taking different paths in their combat sports career. Yuri is since then focused a little bit on mixed martial arts, done a couple no-gi matches, but I got to hand it to him. He's looking awesome in this absolute division, going against the #1 gi fighter on the planet, Nicholas Meregali, who's made a tremendous no-gi debut here at ADCC. A guy that's only been training no-gi essentially less than a year. Only had 3 matches going into ADCC, and just had an incredible performance. Was able to transition his gi skills to the no-gi game, utilizing a lot of that judo, foot sweeping action from the stand-up, on the ground, mixing it up with a whole lot of new wave jiu-jitsu a la John Danaher.
Earning a bronze medal there in the process, Ricardo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we've seen him use the Uchimata really well this weekend, so that could play a little bit of a tactic here late if Yuri does take a shot.
And I think that's why Yuri is really working the head. He doesn't want to get a single. Maybe he's going to look for front headlock, guillotine. What do you think of that, Sean Williams?
Yeah,
right?
he will. I don't see Meregali really shooting underneath Yuri unless it's a standing single, because he's been good with that kind of thing pretty much throughout the weekend, just using the foot play to lower the head, use the Uchimata very well to clear people out. And if he gets taken down here, really, his guard has looked really good this weekend as well.
Oh, Yuri with a nice single leg pickup there. Meregali opts to sit down. So that should be a -1.
Well, that's going to be questionable because he had the leg, so.
He's been awarded a negative point?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, guys.
Because just a reminder, in the finals of any division, negative points are counted for the entire duration, as opposed to the preliminary matches or opening matches or even semis. You get a negative if you pull guard throughout the entirety of the match, even when the points aren't being scored. So Meregali now down by 1 negative point, 1 penalty. And Yuri Simoes turning up the heat here, playing a strong top game, looking to pass the guard of the current openweight world jiu-jitsu champion Meregali, who's had just an amazing campaign in this ADCC. Got to remember, guys, 2-time gold medalist Yuri Simoes. Even though we haven't seen him in a little while, he knows what it takes to win here at ADCC. He lost to Meregali earlier, but he's fired up and he's ahead so far.
And you have to wonder if that essentially guard pull from Meregali may speak to the fatigue he may be feeling after that match with Ruotolo.
Yeah.
Wants to get a little more comfortable, maybe recover as much as he can until points become a factor here.
And I think opting to play guard from the bottom, using the frames, keeping distance, it's going to help him kind of get his wind back a little bit. He can stay warm from the bottom, using a leg, lasso, and just keeping Yuri at bay, as opposed to standing with Yuri and getting head swatted and having some aggressive collar ties from Yuri Simoes. Smart strategy by Meregali, but he's got to play. He's got to be careful. He's just down by 1. He's got a little penalty and 15 minutes left to go. Yuri motioning to the referee as Meregali gave him a little love tap with the foot on the face there.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a tactical error on Meregali's part, that -1. He just let himself get taken down. That would have negated that, but he initiated that guard pull. He's getting under the leg now.
We're seeing just a lot more of the leg entanglement from Meregali. You know, he's really good at lasso guard in the gi, but also pretty good X guard, and used that deep De La Riva X. And now he's modified his guard game for no gi, implementing some heel hook and, you know, leg entanglement to sort of make space and get back to his feet and try to come on top and score. But man, Yuri Simoes just shrugging it off, defending all of Meregali's attacks so far.
Yeah, when you have a smart guard, you have smart legs in your guard, it shouldn't really take that long to get adept at leg locking games and everything like this. You're used to weaving your legs in and out of legs and arms, and it really shouldn't if you're open to the idea and you put your time in. Meregali's he's really accelerated at things quite quickly.
13 minutes, 55 seconds left in this match. If this match goes and there's no score or it's a draw in regulation, there'll be a 10-minute overtime plus an additional 10-minute overtime, but something tells me we're not going there. Meregali now on a sweep, picks up the sweep, gets to the top position of Yuri Simoes. No points awarded because we're not in the points period of the match, but I think this is exactly where Meregali wants to be, especially against Yuri Simoes. We haven't really seen Yuri Simoes play from the bottom too much this weekend, so I'm very interested to see what kind of tactics and techniques he has for Meregali.
Yeah, Yuri Simoes absolutely prefer to be on top, but I'm sure he's grateful that this is a no points period. Any space Meregali gives him, I'm sure he'll look to kick away and try and scramble back to the feet, but right now Meregali heavy on top.
Yeah, he really is. And that was, again, that beautiful little leg pummel. It was a classic sort of X guard sweep at the end there, and came up nicely, kept his legs safe. And you can see when he's posted that left leg, how he's lifting the ankle and then driving the knee in. Now he's elected to pass over the leg.
Meregali in his first ADCC ever and made it to the finals of the openweight division. Just an incredible run this year. Had an amazing match with Ruotolo about 10 minutes ago, 10, 15 minutes ago.
See the pressure Meregali's putting of just constantly now he's switching knees, but it's his knee through the middle, then stack, then cut back, then knee through the middle. It's a lot of pressure here.
12 minutes, 10 seconds left in this matchup. Yuri sucking up a leg there. Yuri Simoes being coached by Kai Otera and Mason Fowler. Kai Otera, genius of jiu-jitsu. Mason Fowler, one of the top American competitors right now, and Mr. John Danaher in the coach in the corner of Nicholas Meregali. And Meregali's passing was looking sharp. His step over. He's putting tons of pressure on Yuri Simoes.
Yeah, I like how he's getting that angle and then coming back to knee cut. Now it's on the other side. He'll step out that right leg or cut back to the knee.
It's so frustrating to have somebody multi-directional passing, stepping in and out, putting pressure with the knee on top, around, upside down. Meregali's all over with this.
And he's only increasing his work rate, it seems like. And now we're getting chest to chest a little bit here. This is a key moment right now.
Yeah, that's an exhausting battle for Yuri, just to keep shoving him away. Meregali is not a small human.
Yuri's got an underhook on the right side. Can't tell where his, I mean, he's in half guard with an underhook. He was able to make space with the left hand on the hip. But Meregali just standing up, now smashing. There it is, almost gets to the back there.
Nice job of Meregali keeping that from turning into a scramble. Yuri nearly got a little bit of space there. And we're rapidly approaching the points period here, positive points. Meregali, I think, is in a pretty good spot.
He is. He's got to worry about that leg a little bit. So he's got to get a really good cross face or pummel this left arm as an underhook to get rid of that. And you could go for darts, but you can get off balanced in that situation. But he's looking to get an underhook of that. Break the grip, and now he should start to sprawl the left leg back just a bit.
All right. Points are on. Both men
and
back
on
to their
cue.
feet. Literally at the second I said that. Now, if you would have asked a year ago who would have the advantage here, I think 95% of the jiu-jitsu population would have said Yuri with his wrestling, but not anymore. Meregali's got some good stand-up no-gi. He's got some nice uchimatas he's been displaying. He knows how to work the singles. He knows how to defend. And it's anyone's match here in the stand-up. Yuri's definitely got more experience training no-gi, competing in no-gi with those 2 gold medals in ADCC. But man, you know, when you're good at jiu-jitsu, you're good at jiu-jitsu, and you can implement strategies, tactics, and techniques that works both gi and no-gi. And Meregali is simply the best right now. Oh. A little bit of a warning there from the referee. Nice pickup there by Yuri Simoes. Those cameramen better watch out. They're going to have Meregali right in their face.
Good balance on defense by Meregali, just to hold that wrist, buy his time, and then get his foot to the floor.
Nice little arm drag. Inside trip attempt there by Yuri Simoes. I feel as though as the fight progresses, the more confident Yuri is getting. And the fact that he's able to get those singles, even though he's not finishing, it's like he's getting through the first line of defense. The fact that he can even pick that up is a good sign. It's a confidence booster for Yuri. And the more the fight progresses, I think he's going to continue to do that and eventually get Meregali down, unless Meregali utilizes one of those slick uchimatas that we saw him do time and time again this weekend.
Yeah, Yuri really controlling the tempo here. Meregali needs to find a way to off-balance Yuri a little bit, but right now, it's all Yuri pushing this momentum here.
Yeah. And remember, guys, decisions based on who initiated the most, who initiated first. And, you know, Yuri's been coming forward this entire time. 7 minutes, 52 seconds left in regulation. Little hop over there by referee Yarno, trying to not trip over Meregali's long legs. Meregali still got that negative, that penalty there. Otera yelling at the referee, saying he keeps walking back, keeps walking back. Meregali's got to be careful not to get penalized here. Meregali now in on a single leg attempt there, or posturing for it. Again, I'm just blown away at how impressive Meregali has been for a guy that's essentially been doing gi his entire career, especially at black belt, known for having one of the best guards in the game, in the gi game of jiu-jitsu, and he was just able to transition so well into no gi. And I think the sky's the limit for Nicholas Meregali when it comes to submission grappling. Win, lose, or draw, all eyes on Meregali from here on.
All true, but he may be running into the experience factor here if Yuri Simoes, as you've referenced, a two-time ADCC champ, knows how to control the clock, work with these rules. And Meregali is taking a lot of steps backwards. That is a dangerous thing to do, especially with one negative point already being assigned.
Professor Jimenez told me once, it's the greatest competitors are not just the ones that can go out there and win, but the ones that know how to win, what the clock is saying, how much time, have the right tactics. There's so much more involved than just having the greatest submission technique.
And here we see Nicholas, I wouldn't necessarily desperate, just recognizing that the wrestling was not going to go his way. He has to go to his A game, which may just be looking for a submission here from the bottom.
Yeah, and
it costed him. He's down by 2.
Yeah, but I don't disagree. I like this, and he just sat down because it gives him time. Look, you got to remember, if this whole thing was scoring, he's the only guy that scored so far, and he scored from his guard. He swept Yuri early on, and I think if he's gonna do it, he's got to give himself enough time to do that. So,
yeah, too many athletes wait to pull the ripcord till the very end.
That's right.
Nicholas has enough time to make something happen here, but now Yuri is also on top where he would prefer to be.
Yeah. You guys are watching at home. You can hear the crowd. We got the traditional ADCC wave going here in Vegas. I don't know who started it, but I'm guessing it was Braulio.
It's going well now.
And here we see Yuri a little bit hesitant to engage too closely with Nicholas Meregali's guard. That is a problem.
Yeah, that's right. It can definitely stack against him here. If Meregali starts trying to get underneath him and Yuri keeps sprawling backwards, we saw, was it Hulk get -8? Is that?
Kynan
did.
Kynan, yes, been a long day. So,
all right, guys, we're 4 minutes and 12 seconds away from crowning the 2022 absolute champion. And right now, it's looking like Yuri Simoes could be that man.
And Yuri was just warned for passivity there.
So the next one is going to be negative. Because that's a second warning. And the way these refs are operating, 350 is plenty of time to get 2 penalties.
Or if you're like Kynan, rack up quite a bit, right?
Yes.
But I don't see that happening. I think Yuri knows the pressure's on. He's got Otera telling him what to do here. But man, Meregali, it would not shock me if Meregali comes out with a last-minute sweep, or man, if Yuri can continue to dominate from the top here. This is anyone's match right now.
Yes.
Guys, I just realized we're about 10 minutes away from watching Andrey Galvão and Gordon Ryan. How crazy is that? It's finally happening.
This place is gonna just blow the lid, man. It's gonna be insane in here.
We're gonna blow the roof off this place here in about 10 minutes. Jay Smith. The We Will Rock You stomp has begun.
The crowd has learned they could organize. It's a good thing we're not going to be here too much longer.
Oh. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. There's a lot of sweat there. And Yuri just kind of slid off Meregali with a knee slice attempt there. Now with the little ankle lock, a little bite of his own.
Yeah, the slipperiness is definitely a factor now. If Meregali is able to create some sort of sweeping opportunity, boy, is it got tight. He's got the ankle, threading the leg through. Let's see if he can get into like some sort of classic X. Nope, just slides right out.
One minute and 45 seconds left in this open weight finals match here at the 2022 ADCC World Championship. Ricardo Amandoli here calling the action with my good buddy Chase Smith and the mastermind Sean Williams, master of the Williams guard. Sean, this is our third ADCC together. Chase, we've been working ADCCs for a long time as well. What a pleasure it is to call the action with you two gentlemen.
It's great to be in the booth, and the door is closing here on Nicholas Meregali. He's got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Yuri Simoes may become a 3-time ADCC champ and punch his ticket to the 2024 World Championships.
And making him 3-time, 3-division champion, right?
Yeah, it's looking that way at the moment.
53 seconds left on the clock. Simoes is less than a minute away from becoming the champion and earning his rematch against Gordon Ryan.
Potential rematch.
Or Andrey Galvão, yes. Who he's never faced ever in his career, which would be really something. Yuri Simoes versus the winner of the super fight. We'll find out who that is, and we'll see that in 2 years.
Wow.
And in 8 seconds, we are going to have a new open weight champion, and that is it. Yuri Simoes is your 2022 ADCC open weight world champion and has defeated Nicholas Meregali in the finals here at Las Vegas, Nevada at the Thomas & Mack Arena. What an amazing job by both competitors. Great campaign. Yuri Simoes returns and gets the gold medal, making him a 3-division champion at ADCC.
Yuri Simoes!
Congratulations, Yuri Simoes. Team Cayotera in the house. Amazing performance. Got his revenge on Meregali, who defeated him yesterday. And he did it when the time mattered most in the absolute finals. We're gonna kick things over to Kenny Florian in just a second, get some words with the champ, who will be facing the winner of Andrey Galvão and Gordon Ryan.
All right, I'm here with your champion, Yuri Simoes. This is your second absolute title, your third title overall. How was this year different, man?
Man, I went through a lot. Since the last ADCC, I went through a major surgery. I went through a lot of adversity. I didn't even know I was gonna be back here. But thanks to the awesome team, awesome coach, family, friends, everyone, girlfriend, they all helped me to be here today. And man, it's unbelievable. I still don't believe I'm the absolute champion, but it was worth to come here and give my best. Thank you all. I love you guys.
Yuri, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
As 2022 absolute world champion and will face the winner of Andrey Galvão versus Gordon Ryan, who will be competing here shortly. Yuri Simoes will be having that match in 2 years' time. Big congratulations to the champ. Played it tactically, played it technically sound. He's hugging his teammates over there, Mason Fowler, Coyotera, bringing the gold medal back to Northern California. Chase, what'd you think of that performance?
What a run from Yuri Simoes this weekend. You know, fell short in his weight class. Just a tenacious athlete. Never say die kind of attitude. Took it to Meregali all the way through. Shows why he's a three-time champ. You know, really, really has the experience, the skill set, the knowledge. And we're going to see some of the best moments from this match here. Nicholas Meregali opened up strong, and again, this speaks to Yuri Simoes' experience, not giving anything away for free, staying right in it, and then slowly turning the tide on this match, Ricardo.
Yeah. Props to Nicholas Meregali. I said it time and time again, you know, but he wanted to play guard twice, and it costed him, unfortunately. Can't blame him, though. Can't blame him at all. He tried to play his best position, but against a two-time ADCC champ, now three-time, you got to be real careful. But something tells me we're going to see a lot more of Nicholas Meregali, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the next ADCC, but definitely looking forward to seeing the champ there, Yuri Simoes, against the super fight winner, who will be coming up. We'll be finding out who that winner is shortly.
Guys, can you believe it? It's here.
Yeah.
It's here. After everything that we've been through, the athletes have been through, I cannot wait.
3 years of build-up for ADCC, but many years of talk on the internet. Gordon called this match many years ago, and he was told, you got to earn your way to this match. Go win the absolute. You get your shot at the champ. And that's what he did last time, defeating Marcus Almeida Buchecha in the finals, double golded in 2019. And now he's here to face Andrey Galvão. Some celebrities in the audience here. Just saw the Liver King walking around, a social media sensation. Apparently Nate Diaz in the house. Stockton representing.
His rise from virtual unknown to unrivaled best have been unprecedented. But just as he reached his peak, another challenge emerged. A challenge that Gordon had been chasing since he was just a prototype. A chance to meet the greatest ADCC champion of all time. In the beginning, it wasn't about fame or fortune for Andrey Galvão. It was about the love of jiu-jitsu. And that love of the game has brought the six-time ADCC champion to the sunny shores of San Diego, California. His entire life, Andrey Galvão has dreamed of freedom the tatami provided a path to something more, where Andrey has built an empire and a reputation that is unmatched. Now, the veteran champion is being pulled back in the spotlight for one more ultimate test. And when the lights come up in Las Vegas, Nevada, he will be ready to shock the world again and claim his throne one final time. This is the tale of the greatest superfight in grappling history.
Greatest superfight in ADCC history, Galvão Pena.
We've got the guy who's the greatest superfight champion incontested of all time, coming up against the guy who's the greatest openweight and weight division ADCC champion of all time. Then you add in the crowd, and it starts on
People will say that if Andrey were to beat me, that he's the greatest grappler of all time. I still have a ton of time to just blow everyone with his record out of the water, which the only record he has on me now is total ADCC win, because I just haven't competed the ADCC that much.
I am capable to break my own record and come back with the 7th title.
There's not many others that have come into this match, and the ones he does have, I'm working to help him.
I believe like you're trying to surprise me, and I'll try to surprise them as well.
Seeing me going out, pushing the action, and submitting Andrey for the win.
It's just a blessing to be there, and I'm very excited. After the people saw in 2019, I'm going to make this event that no one can top.
Once in a generation, a match comes along that has the potential to change the landscape of the sport forever. This is the story of two men permanently intertwined, destined to collide. Two men who couldn't be more different. Two champions with still so much more to prove. In a match that will showcase the very best grappling has to offer. For Andrey, a lifetime of training and preparation has led him here. For Yuri, the path to greatness lies ahead. On September 18th, the unprecedented match goes down in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will find out what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. We will find out once and for all who's the greatest of all time. Watch history unfold right here on FloGrappling.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your ADCC World Championship 2022 Super Fight! From the United States of America, and from Brazil, And now, from Brazil, Andrey Galvão!
The champ is here, Andrey Galvão, 6-time World ADCC champion, coming out to the eye of the tiger. Galvão is training like Rocky Balboa, even wearing a t-shirt like "Win, Andrey, win," like Rocky Balboa style. The leader of Atos Jiu-Jitsu, a man with a 22-4 record here at ADCC. 6-time champion of ADCC, with the most winningest champion in our sport.
Now, this is the main event of the evening. The ADCC Super Fight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, from Austin, Texas, by way of Monroe, New Jersey, the 2017 88 kilo, the 2019 99 kilo, and the open weight champion, and the 2022 99 plus kilo champion, representing New Wave, the King, Gordon Ryan! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, from San Diego, California, by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the 2011 ADCC 88 kilo and open weight champion, and the 4-time super fight champion, the courageous ADCC champion of all time, the leader of Atos, Andrey Galvão!
The time has come. The talk is over. The wait is over. This is the greatest super fight in the history, not just of ADCC, but of submission grappling history. The champ versus champ for the undisputed title of Nogi ADCC GOAT. This is Andrey Galvão versus Gordon Ryan, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ricardo Amendolia calling the action here with Mr. Chase Smith and Sean Williams. Andrey looks fired up.
Andrey is ready to be out there, man. He is definitely fired up, feeling the atmosphere, feeling the room. Sean, can you believe we're here?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so exciting, isn't it?
This has been 3 years in the making, but like I said earlier, actually even longer than that, as Gordon called out Galvão years ago, was told to go win the Open. He did just that last ADCC, and now he's here to take on the champ, Andrey Galvão, 22-4 in ADCC, 6-time ADCC champion against Gordon Ryan, who is now 4-time champion of ADCC. And Gordon Ryan opens it up with a takedown. Or sorry, Andrey Galvão, oh my gosh.
Yeah, big
and now
double
Gordon
right in the leg
sucking
now.
up a leg and attacking Andrey Galvão.
Oh, he's on a heel. He's in on a heel.
Right away, Gordon in on a heel hook. Beautiful takedown by Andrey Galvão to start things off. Gordon Ryan attacking the leg. Shades of Galvão Pena, where Galvão was able to evade a lot of the leg entanglement there.
Well, it's a good strategy by Gordon, especially when they're dry.
Yeah.
Still sticky.
This is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Not at the 40-minute mark, not at the 20. And there, he's right into the lion's den here is Galvão.
Yeah, he's in again. He's got to clear the knee as Galvão. Keep the legs separated. He should clear the knee. There he does.
That flash takedown by Galvão. Sean Williams, what did you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was obviously a good double, but there's again, he's again in on the leg. This time he almost grounds him, which is much better. He uses it to come up to the top of Turtle.
Gordon on the back of Andrey, now foot sweep, trying to get Galvão to his back. He does just that. Galvão trying to get back up.
And this is a precarious situation for Galvão. In any universe, he would prefer to be playing top position against Gordon Ryan. Gordon has shown such a great passing ability, like a wet blanket out there.
Yeah.
And it's very early in this match to get weighed on by someone like him.
Galvão won the championship, double gold in 2011, and I don't think we've seen him in a precarious position since then. He has not even been, I don't even think he's been scored on since then. Just been winning, so dominant. Gordon Ryan earned his shot, and this is already a much different match than the Felipe Pena super fight at the last ADCC. Galvão now attacking the leg a little of his own.
Yeah, I think Galvão should just scoop up the leg and use an X-guard style sweep to get back up to the top or get back to his feet. Now's his time to do it. If he just scoops the leg up there, underhooks, should go up to the knee like an X-guard and just use that to get to the top. Otherwise, Gordon's going to slide around the corner on that side. But yeah, I think Galvão needs to just use this to get back to the standing position rather than try to hit any type of attack here. He's not.
Gordon fending off the legs of Galvão. Galvão on the bottom. It's not something we haven't seen this in quite some time, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Galvão obviously does have a very good guard, but like you don't want to deal with this type of pressure this early on, I don't think, if you don't have to. That's what I was meaning by getting under and using that X guard just to get back to the feet. Doesn't have to sweep Gordon. There's no points for that anyway, but it could just return to the feet.
16 minutes, 28 seconds left in this match. No points awarded. Galvão opened things up with the takedown, but there's no points. We're gonna start counting the points in about 6 minutes and 15 seconds, which is the halfway point of regulation. Traditional ADCC rules, but remember, if anyone pulls guard, they do receive a penalty.
It's a big battle for this wrist right here. So you see Galvão dominating with two hands, trying to make sure that hand doesn't either get a cross face, keeps his knee free, which is doing a good job, or an underhook.
Galvão making space with that knee shield, trying to keep Gordon at bay, trying to frame, now looking for that left arm underhook. Trying to do what he can to keep the big man off him.
Yeah, Gordon's creeping deeper and deeper into this situation here. He's starting to get above the knee, that top knee.
And look at that cupping by Gordon's left hand, constantly behind the shoulders of Galvão, not necessarily going for an underhook or a crossface. Kind of got modified grip there, Sean Williams.
Yeah, he's just leaning. He's just driving the weight down, blocking the bottom knee. He's just working to get his right knee free a little bit. Galvão's doing the right thing of dominating the left wrist. Gordon, it's a big fight because it keeps all this stuff from happening. The left arm over the top, keeps his knee free. Big battle. Gordon's getting in deeper and deeper now. He's above the top knee now.
I'm seeing Galvão frame away a little bit more than he is earlier in this match, showing pretty defensive posture here. Gordon, as you mentioned, inching closer.
Yeah.
Galvão using the knee shield, trying to keep Gordon away, trying to prevent him from flattening him out from the half guard. 4 minutes, and then we'll start racking up points. Unless there's a submission, of course. Galvão now. Scott Gordon. One butterfly hook in.
Gordon, though, has connected the body lock.
He's got to come around this side. It's on the wrong side, though. He's got to, because he's got, Galvão has an underhook on the left arm. So he's going to, if he passes to the right, Galvão's going to, that's going to help his underhook. So he's got to be careful about passing to this, Gordon's left side. If he locked the body lock on this side, would be different, or if he had no underhooks there, would be different.
13 minutes left in this match, just over 13 minutes left in this match. Gordon trying to pass the guard of Andrey Galvão.
Galvão's doing a good job again at keeping his knee free. You see that wrist battle is so important. He's able to get his knee free, but now he's gotten flattened a little bit here. That's not good. He's not good for him. Good for Gordon. He's flattened him off. He's got an underhook on that far side. There's going to be a pat. If the left leg's going to come over here, he's going to untie the feet, and then the left leg's going to come up and use that to pry those legs apart.
Take a look at the corner of Andrey Galvão. We see Jonathan Gurgel, Mike Perez, Coach Freddie, who integral part of his training and preparation for this super fight.
Gordon's almost freed that knee, but Galvão made a nice adjustment there, but still a lot of pressure from Gordon here.
Yeah, he can still use the leg to untie the Scorpion. There's a nice little underhook, but you can see that I believe Gordon has the left arm underneath that near side underhook. Not quite, nope, still up at the head.
Just less than 2 minutes, and then points are going to start being scored here. I think for Andrey, you know, definitely wants to get back to his feet against Gordon. Is not an easy task. Gordon just massive and just doing a great job of inch by inch, just flattening Galvão out here.
It's a good defense with that hand, so if he knee cuts, he will stop the mount there. He's going to try to circle out. Still, we got to bump up and go to the single, does Galvão.
Galvão recovers.
But look at Gordon's right arm right there. It's really stopped him from coming to that single, but he did recover to half guard. That defense he just used is a very good one to stop the mount. You can try to, it leaves you some room to get back to the half guard.
10:57 left in this match.
Gordon's walking the knees sideways. The more Gordon walks to his right, the better it is for him. As you see now, he's going to push that knee down. He's really walked Galvão's hips to the wrong side for Galvão. This is he's in jeopardy getting mounted right here as Andrey's got to get back that knee line back down in the half guard. Gordon's going to pummel the underhooks. He's got that one. The top one's coming in. He's so close to getting mounted right now. He could knee cut to his left if he wished with that underhook there.
Gordon in such a good position at this point. 10 minutes left, and now the points will be scored. This is where, if Gordon transitions to the back.
Here comes the knee. He might, he's still going to the mount there. He mounted now.
Over goal, takes the back of Andrey Galvão, does Gordon Ryan.
This is tough here for Galvão. Really not a great spot getting flattened out like this.
Got to get to his hip. Katagatami is going to chair sit here and go isolating the arm. He's got the arm isolated.
He had the arm trapped with the leg, but now opting for the body triangle.
Gordon has 3 points on the board here. And lots of time to work.
Yeah. Six nothing for Gordon Ryan.
Oh. Tough to see. This is just over the jaw, but
has that cross wrist tie, but it's a good idea to put the shoehorn there underneath that hand. That'll help reinforce that strangle defense, because if you don't have something between the forearm and the face, that arm can go through the neck quick still.
Wrapping up the body triangle once again is Gordon Ryan. Galvão looking for an inch to escape. Hand fighting. Gordon now body triangle once again, racking up more points. And he can continue to do that as a strategy here in ADCC. You can switch side to side, the hooks, the body triangle, and just keep racking up points. We saw that a lot more last ADCC, where people were just like putting their hook back in and out. But looks like Gordon is not going to be satisfied by winning with points. No, he's going for submission.
Yeah, Ricardo, he's got that arm fully locked in now.
The bottom arm trapped, top arm trapped, left arm going in for the attack. Systematically, Gordon Ryan getting to the optimal choking position by disabling all of the defenses that Galvão has right now. Right hand on Galvão's right hand, yep. Like an anaconda, he's slowly squeezing, getting it inch by inch, trying to get under the chin there. Galvão's doing a good job of defending here.
Yeah, he's got to bridge up a little bit, use that elbow near the knee, the crook of the knee, to try to free that arm. But he is locked up pretty good right now.
6 minutes, 37 seconds left in this match. Gordon Ryan on the back of Andrey Galvão. This match playing out a lot differently than a lot of people thought it would. A lot of people thought, including myself, it would be a little similar to the Felipe Gordon match, with, you know, a lot more wrestling, to say the least, and maybe more guard work. But Gordon was not having it. He got to the back fairly early on. Here he goes. Gordon now.
That strangle looks like it could be good, even though it is over the jaw.
Oh yeah, it will do it. He's able to fend it off.
Não entrega, André, não entrega, continua lutando.
$12 to nothing for the American Gordon Ryan in the battle of no-gi goats.
Yeah, I mean, Galvão's just got to keep turning and slip that elbow out. But
Gordon Ryan systematically attacking from the back here. He's got Andrey's arm trapped with the legs. You can't get in a much better position than that. Disabling one of the major defenses. Not too sure what the referee's saying over there, but Gordon is trying to crank the face now, trying to get Andrey's chin up so he can get the forearm underneath. But Andrey not giving up. He is not going to give up without a fight. Gordon switching position here a little bit.
yeah, just trying to get the hand under the jaw line, really. Now he's going in arm in rear naked.
Four minutes, 17 seconds left in this match. Gordon Ryan, he's got the right arm. It looks from this angle, it might be under the neck of Andrey. Yeah, it's under the chin. He's getting closer. He's getting closer like an anaconda, and he gets the submission. Gordon Ryan has defeated Andrey Galvão, and a show of respect there from Gordon Ryan to Andrey. This has been a very emotional match for both of these athletes, and beautiful to see the show of respect by Gordon Ryan and Andrey Galvão here. The passing of the torch from the greatest of all time to the new no-gi GOAT of ADCC. Both men have smashed records here at ADCC. Both men have done incredible things for the sport. And
ADCC Super Fight Champion, the King, Gordon Ryan.
Show of respect there from Gordon Ryan to Andrey Galvão. Going to kick it off to Kenny Florian to have a word with the champ and both competitors.
All right, I'm here with the super fight winner, Gordon Ryan. Gordon, you know, I know there was some bad blood leading into this match between you and Andrey Galvão. It seemed like you guys were exchanging some words. There was a lot of respect shown between both of you guys there at the end. What did you say to Andrey?
Yeah, you know, I never had any issues with Andrey, so we kind of got a little scuffle and, you know, went back and forth. But, you know, I respect Andrey. I don't have half the titles he does, and I'm happy to be part of his story, part of his legacy, and just happy to be here for his last fight. So thank you to Andrey.
You had dealt with a lot of adversity over the last few years. You had your stomach issue. You know, at what percentage did you say you competed this weekend?
I'm about 70% right now, so better than it has been, but not 100% for sure.
You know, I think a big concern for people watching you, you know, you were competing in the 99 kilogram and above division. You're wondering, you know, how efficient is Gordon Ryan going to be against all these guys that are going to be much bigger and heavier than you? You proved that you were the most efficient. It seemed like you didn't spend a lot of energy in those matches. How did you feel coming into this match?
I felt great. The whole thing for this weekend was energy expenditure over the weekend to get to Andrey as fresh as possible, and I knew it was going to be a hard physical match, and I had like 3 minutes of mat time for my semifinals and the finals, so I think I executed the game plan pretty well.
Yeah, you certainly did. You know, I know you're a guy that also, you know, you talk a lot, but I know you genuinely want a challenge. Do you see a challenge out there right now, and what could that possibly be as far as your next challenge?
Yeah, you know, this weekend was great, but it wasn't perfect. I didn't get all submissions, and number two, I didn't get to beat the fuck out of Felipe. So if the fans want, and if Mo and the ADCC judges want, I will give Felipe 20 to 30 minutes to warm up. I don't want any extra money, and I'll fight him right fucking now, baby. I want Felipe Pena in a finals match right fucking now. 20 minutes warm up, no more fucking excuses. I want your 10 fucking grand in my account tomorrow.
Gordon, Muhammad Ali said, it's not bragging if you can back it up, and you've absolutely backed it all up, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and a big round of applause for Mo Jasm. He fucking killed it for this one.
I'm here with Andrey Galvão, the legend. Andrey. If you could, please, just kind of talk about your preparation for this match. I know there was talk about retirement back in 2019. You decided to come back out. Was that a difficult decision for you?
First of all, thank you so much for being here, guys. Appreciate all your love you. Thank you. Thank you for all support. You know, the preparation was great. I started like about 16 weeks before the fight. I start like early because I know I would fight a tough opponent. After 4 weeks of training, I tear my ACL and my meniscus. I remember like I popped my knee like locked, and Mo Yassin, I told him, and he helped me a lot. I went to Shipsa in Tijuana to do stem cells. I did my best to recover as fast as I could. My knee still buck a little bit. I train a little bit different. I couldn't play a lot of guard during the camp because my knee was bad, you know. So, and then I knew like the only thing I could have let happen this fight was being on bottom, because I know Gordon put a lot of pressure. He's super strong, by the way. He's on his prime, and you know, I'm like 39 years old. Started ADCC in 2004. No excuse, I accept the fight. I came here because I knew I could do really well. But unfortunately, I had this injury that slowed me down a little bit. But all my students support me, you know. They gave the best. They all knew what happened. Many of them like say, hey, you shouldn't fight, man. You're bad, you know, like your knee is not good. Like, I said, no, I accept already. I want to do that. It's going to be a big event. I think it's important for me to be there. And definitely, like, against Felipe Pena, I say that would be my last fight. But only God knows when is our last fight. He put me back here for a reason. All the altercation that I had with Gordo and everything, it was a lot of my fault, you know, because I was in a very dark place in my life. And then like all that happened, you know, but I kept moving forward. I kept working as a champion. My students support me, and we had a lot of champions here. Atos did great at ADCC, and we're here for all of you. We're here to fight until the end. And I try my best until the end, but his length is really big, and he's good. He's doing great. So congratulations, Gordon, for your accomplishments. I wish you none of the best, and I thank you all for the great support and everything that you guys have done for me. Thank you so much for the message. And before I go, I can still do this.
You know? You absolutely can, man. Congratulations on a legendary run here at ADCC. And I know you're continuing to produce champions here, and thank you for all that you've contributed to the sport.
Thank you so much, guys. Hey, you know, I'm so glad to happen. Me and Gordo, we talk right now here, and that's how it's supposed to be, you know. You never answer evil with evil. And, you know, I just want to say thank you for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for everything that he taught me in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lord.
Very gracious post-match speech by Andrey Galvão, one of the greatest champions in the history of our sport, a true leader, great competitor, and you know, great to see his legacy come to an end in a respectful manner by Gordon Ryan. And you know, we're gonna enter into a new legacy, the Gordon Ryan era. It began already, but now it has officially begun as he dethroned the king of ADCC. And we'll be seeing Gordon Ryan against Yuri Simoes 2 years from now. Gordon Ryan's performance this ADCC was nothing short of amazing. Who would have thought the man could have went into the 99+ division, dismantled it, and then come back and win the super fight title? There was a lot of questions on if he could do it, if he would get hurt, if he would have the energy, if he would exert himself, if he would lose. But he proved all the haters wrong once again and become one of the greatest champions of all time. Congratulations, Gordon Ryan. And we look forward to seeing you guys at ADCC 2024. Ricardo Amendolia calling off here with my broadcast team, Mr. Chase Smith, Sean Williams. Any last comments, guys?
I feel like you're trying to give away my identity and location, Mr. Chase Smith, Mr. Chase Smith. They're going to find me out here in Vegas. No, it's been an incredible weekend. It's been an honor to be on the call for some of these matches here, including that historic ADCC Super Fight between Gordon Ryan and Andrey Galvão. Thank you guys so much for watching along at home. It's been an honor. On to you, Sean.
Honor as well. I'm honored to be a part of this, and thank you everyone out there for supporting us. What an amazing weekend. Couldn't ask for anything more, really.
All right, guys, we're signing off here from Vegas. Once again, we'll see you at the next ADCC in 2024 with the super fight. Gordon Ryan versus Yuri Simoes. Signing off from the Thomas & Mack Arena. Have a good night, guys.